Shout out to Kop-Ish.
Shout out to Kopish, guys.
Keep all the good work
the
up.
two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that, guys. Yeah. You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kopish.
Hi guys, by now you'd have seen our merch store and you're familiar with it. But hold on, what's that, Christmas stuff? Oh, hold on a sec. Merry Clopmas, mugs, t-shirts, hoodies for men, women and children. Oh, that's nice. I like that. Oh, look at the detail on that. But wait, hold on. There's more. Jingle. No, not jingle bells. It's Jurgen bells. Look at the Christmas tree with the trophies underneath it. Snapbacks. You know how it is. You've seen the Snapback before. Oh, it's a red one. It's a red one as well. Guys, you know what to do. Click the link in the description. Head over to our merch store and get your stuff now. Let's go.
That bit always gets me every time, bro. Every time. Let's go. Because I can imagine you going, looking around, going, let's go. That was the best part.
For anyone asking why I did that ad so quiet as well, it's because little Robbie was sleeping and I didn't want to wake him up.
No, but bro, the tone of it is up. No, but that's how it's supposed to be. It's not supposed to be like, people get your Christmas stuff now. Don't buy it. It's not supposed to be aggressive. That's the perfect tone. It's just a bit where you go, let's go. I can tell you wanted to say it a bit louder.
I wanted to release, bro. You can't say let's go quiet, can you? Lovely people, welcome to another preview. This time it's Liverpool versus Southampton. And look, it's a game where we could potentially close the gap on Chelsea and Man City. Man City have got a tough game with West Ham. I'm not saying they won't win it. I don't think they'll win it, but again, I'm not going to sit here and be surprised if they do win it. And Chelsea have got Man United, a game I expect them to win, but again, you never know. That new manager interim bounce with Michael Carrick, and then it looks like Ragnick's coming in shortly as well. I mean, look, if Chelsea pull off a victory, so if Man United pull off a victory or draw and Liverpool win, we close the gap. We close the gap going into the Christmas period and some busy games as well. So, with that being said, just got a few statistics for you guys. So, in the last 8 Premier League games against Southampton, Liverpool have won 7 and lost 1. The one loss came last season at Southampton, where they won 1-0 via Danny Ings' goal in the 4th minute, I believe. Obviously, their main players are Che Adams and Armstrong, both sitting with 2 Premier League goals each, which is actually their 2 top goal scorers, or 2 of their top goal scorers.
Wow, yeah.
We're obviously going to discuss Salah, because Salah's back scoring now. But obviously, he's going to be up against Kyle Walker-Peters, who had a very good game against Mane last season. Livramento's at right back, so the reason why Kyle Walker-Peters is at left back, which could play into their hands, because when Salah's coming in on his left hand side, he's coming into Kyle Walker-Peters' strong side as well. And also going to quickly speak about James Ward-Prowse, who'll be potentially playing his 200th game for Southampton against Liverpool. In fact, we'll start there, Matt, because a couple of people were asking for James Ward-Prowse to be signed by Liverpool in the summer. Obviously, we didn't sign him, and with all due respect to him, I don't think it's a signing any of us really wanted.
Yeah.
James Ward-Prowse is a player, though. What do you think of him, Matt?
I think he's good. I think technically he's good. A good pass for the ball. Obviously, set pieces is like his bread and butter. I think that's where you get the best out of him. But I think as an overall player, I don't know if he would fit into our system per se. I think because for me, there's a lot of running to be had in our team, and I don't know if he's that type of player. He's neat and tidy with it, but I don't think when you think of all the midfielders that we have, other than a set piece, I don't see where he shines. Don't get me wrong, his passing is good. But I'm not going to sit there and say it's elite or something like that. It's not like a Thiago or a Trent. I know Trent plays right back, but you know what I mean? Even a Fabinho is very, very underrated when it comes to passing. Henderson as well. So I just think if he was to come in, it would more so be, okay, he's technically sound and he could play some games here or there. Obviously, if he was to come in and be a squad player, but I don't see, for me, he would be like one of my top 5. I'll be honest, probably not even a top 10 choice for me. And that's not disrespect, but his skill set isn't what I think we need and require.
I fully agree. I think he's good. He's not a player that I really rate that highly. I think we could get better and do better. And again, no disrespect to James Ward-Prowse. I just think we're an elite level team, and I want us to sign elite level players or players who are on the cusp of becoming elite. And I don't think he's there. I think his level is above Southampton, though, if I'm going to be honest. I do think he's above the Southampton
it is a bit
level.
better. You're right. It is.
Maybe like a mid-table to top.
Brighton, maybe Brighton.
I think he could potentially do better than Brighton. I reckon anything between 8th and 12th in the league, I think, is his standard, in my personal opinion. I hope that doesn't come across disrespectful, because I do think he's a good player. His set piece delivery is excellent, like one of the best in the league. Like,
definitely, 100%.
And his set pieces, full stop, are just excellent. But I think you take that away from his game, I think he's quite limited in the other aspects.
Agreed.
Moose LFC says Cal called it on Wednesday about Klopp getting Robbo minutes so he could be ready for Saturday. When I heard the press conference, I knew. Yeah, told you.
We did kind of, we kind of knew that as well. And
Sultan says greetings from Qatar. Hopefully 3-0 Liverpool tomorrow. Hey, Sultan, man, Qatar, that's big, man. Appreciate that. Appreciate the love from all the people around the world.
Appreciate that, bro.
Shannon, happy birthday to you. It's your birthday. You know what we've got to do. We've got to drop the birthday beat. Happy birthday, Shannon. Yes, bro.
No, happy birthday as well, bro. To Shannon. What's I gonna say to you? When we get into the team lineup, remind me to speak about Tsimikas, because I've got some quotes from Klopp regarding the whole Robbo Tsimikas thing. I've got the quotes still. Very interesting.
So we spoke about James Ward-Prowse. Another player that a couple of you guys have mentioned in the comments is Livramento, who is on loan from Chelsea at the moment. Is playing right back for Southampton. Matt, I know you're a fan. Talk to me, bro.
He's coming and surprised me, because at the start of the season, I don't think I saw him. And then out of nowhere, do you know how let me be honest, this is how I knew about Livramento. I saw bare people putting him in their fantasy team. I was like, who's this Livramento guy? Why is everyone putting him in their Is it because he's cheap? So I was like, let me check him out. Checked him out. Bro, he's solid. He's good, and he offers them something. And I think now that you got him and Walker Peters obviously going on one side, they're a lot more sound going up and down the flanks. And I think if it's a loan, Southampton are going to want to make that permanent. Whether Chelsea will let that happen, probably, when I think about it, because when Chelsea normally loan out players, majority of the time they do kind of let them go, because we know what Chelsea are like. They are very good in the market, And you see Livramento, we'll probably see Livramento go Southampton for about 15 mil, something, or 20 mil. That's the type of things that they will do. Someone just said in the comments as well, C1 London says
apparently there's a buyback, so they've actually sold him.
Oh, they sold him. I thought it was a Southampton bought him. Oh, my bad.
See, here's the thing with that. This is where I'm kind of shocked Chelsea did that, because him going out on loan, I would have thought they would have sent him out on loan. Obviously, he's doing what he's doing, showing like he's a very good right back. Yeah, and I thought they would have brought him back and had him and Reece James competing for that position, and then potentially sometimes Reece can play central midfield as well, because they don't really have a natural backup for Reece James at the moment, especially in that right back at all. In my opinion, I don't think really want Azpilicueta playing as a conventional right back anymore. Yeah, and like I think Livramento is very good. I do rate him. Like, and again, Demo can probably attest to this as well. But I saw him quite a few times for the under-23s. He looks sick in the under-23s. But again, loads of players do sometimes. It's whether they can make that step up. But he kind of looks like he can. So be very interesting.
Definitely. No, I really rate him, Carl. I rate him highly. And I think he's gone under the radar again until recently, when people like myself caught a wind to him and thought, who is this guy? Check him out. And I didn't even realize he even came from Chelsea as well. For some reason, I thought he was always at Southampton, but I just thought he burst through. But yeah, come from Chelsea. He's doing his thing. It's not a loan, obviously, as the people said, it's a buy. And I think it's a very, very good move for him and his career, because I can only see him getting better and better. And I think he's bet against himself as well, leaving Chelsea. to go there, make a name for himself, and potentially even get another big move to another big club potentially as well. Or at some point, he goes back to Chelsea. You never
Could
know.
do. Exactly.
Very, very good player, though. Technically sound as well.
So obviously on the other side, you mentioned Kyle Walker-Peters. Now, Kyle
Yeah.
Walker-Peters played right back last season for Southampton after leaving Tottenham, and again had a pretty decent season. He's a good player, but again, he's playing on the left back position, and that usually is not great for right backs. But in this particular situation, where I think Southampton are going to come and be compact and hope to hit us on either the counter attack or hit us from a set piece, this could work out in their favour because obviously he's playing left back. Who plays as right wing for us? Mohamed Salah.
Yeah.
And Salah obviously likes to come in on his strong foot. Him coming on his strong foot, which is his left foot, is coming into Kyle Walker-Peters' strong side, which is his right foot. Do you think that will play into Salah's hands, or do you think it will help Southampton a lot?
I think what Salah will do, he'll probably gauge it. So I reckon Salah will kind of feel it out in a sense of, I think the movements that Salah will make, I reckon Salah's going to adapt during the game. Because I think he's going to remember Walker-Peters. There's one thing about Salah. Salah's memory is kind of good because I remember there was this story about him in a penalty, and I think Salah does his research as well about which way the goalkeepers go as well. And I got a funny feeling in regards to Walker-Peters, he's going to probably think, and not even that, the coaches will probably tell Salah, but listen, when you come in on your right, you're going into Walker-Peters' strong side. So a couple of feints here and there to make him think that and go around the outside because Salah's got the pace. Remember, Walker-Peters is very quick, but if you get anybody off balance, once you get that head start, you can go no matter how fast they're because you get them off balance. Remember what? And again, I'm not saying Salah's going to do what he done, in the Porto game, but all Salah done was drop a shoulder, and the man looked like he got sniped, bro. Like, do you know how mad that is?
Yeah, no, he's crazy.
Bro.
Kev's right as well. Salah's looked a lot more comfortable going on his right foot as well, and again, is giving him that unpredictability as well.
Indeed, because look at Man City. Everyone thought straight away he's just going to go in. He said, no, I'm going to fake it, do a skill, go on my right, and then I'm going to fake it again. Then I'm going to chop in on my left. Then I'm going to chop back to my right. Then I'm going to smash it with my right.
Different.
Listen.
Salt, and thank you very much for becoming a YouTube member of ours. Guys, if you want to become a member, check out the link in the description on YouTube, and also you can catch all of our merch in that link as well. Indeed. Just before we move on off from Southampton, and you just mentioned Salah, obviously, he is now 6 goals away from becoming the top goal scorer from players who have played at English clubs, if I'm not mistaken, in the Champions League.
Yes, that's correct.
This brother's different,
Bruv, he's absolutely different. If I'm not mistaken, so he's got 31 in
44 or something like that.
44 appearances or something like that. And the top goal scorer is Aguero with 36. But Aguero's got like 70 other appearances. And remember, Aguero's a striker. And big up, actually as well, big up Sergio Aguero, because I'm sure everyone's seen the news, but he looks like he's had to retire from football. I don't know if it's been officially announced, but that is the big thing and he's a legend, no matter if he's a rival or what. Kun Aguero's one of my players that just because he played for a rival, I rated him so high.
I love Aguero.
He's one of the GOATs of the Premier League. He's one of the GOATs. He can sit at the table with any striker, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So it's sad what's happened with him as well. But yeah, going back to Salah, bro, he's got 17 in 17 this season. He's got 31 in Europe, and that's not including qualifiers because I saw this chart as well. He is on another level. To have 17 goals already, to have 31 in the Champions League as well, or in Europe, that's like he's breaking records, bro. He's breaking records all the time, and I just think I still feel like Salah doesn't get the world-round respect of other players like your Neymars, your Mbappes, even your Haalands. Like obviously Ronaldo and Messi will always do that because of their longevity. My camera's just decided to go off. Give me 1 second.
No problem.
But yeah, he's just on a different level. He really is. And I just think, if you're Mohamed Salah, you just got to keep doing what you're doing. And I actually think as well, he's going to hit 40 as well this season as well. I really do.
It looks like it. Demo Drake's hit the nail on the head. I remember people wanted to sell Salah and get Mbappe.
Yeah.
Crazy.
They really did. Yeah, they did.
Crazy. Obviously, we'll speak about PSG another time as well, because obviously they lost against Man City, and people are starting to ask the question about that front three. And again, I think it kind of shows that you nowadays in football, I think you can only get away with having maybe 1, 2 at maximum luxury players in your team. I don't think you can get away with having 3 luxury players anymore.
Do you know what I will say? Even though Man City won, I think it was 2-1 in the end, yeah?
Yeah.
And they kind of did dominate. One thing I'll say, they had some key players missing. So there was no Verratti, who for me is mad important to how they play.
Yeah.
Gino Wijnaldum wasn't there either. So their midfield was a little bit light in that particular game. Because if I remember correctly, last season, when they had Verratti, Paredes, and I think it was Herrera, they were playing some serious ball. But I do agree with the whole luxury thing. Like, to get away with 3 players, not really putting the defensive nous at the forefront at times when it needs to be, there's going to be issues and they're going to be found wanting. And I think that's what happened the other day.
Indeed. Shout out to Mario with this stat as well. We are the first team in 82 years that have scored 2 or more goals in our first 19 games. I don't think that can be true, surely, because we drew 1-1 with Chelsea.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that is in, but even in all competition, we played Chelsea quite early on. So I don't know if that's true or not. If you can clear it out for us, Mario, please do. Matt, I'm going to let you take over this bit now with Tsimikas and Robbo and Jurgen Klopp. This should be interesting because I've not even had a chance to watch his presser yet either.
Well, that leads us straight into it. So Jurgen Klopp was asked about Tsimikas today and Robbo. And his exact quotes on Tsimikas was, he's pushing, but Robbo is Robbo. People forget how good he has been. Kostas is pushing him. We have Owen Beck too, who's a real prospect. I don't doubt Robbo at all. We're really happy with Kostas, but Robbo is Robbo, an outstanding player. The first thing I took from that was this, yeah?
Robbo's starting.
Robbo's definitely starting. If you're asking a question about a player, Tsimikas, and you're already deflecting to Robbo, I mean, I didn't see the actual question, so it's hard for me to put that in context. I don't know whether the journalist said, is Tsimikas going to play over Robbo, or who's going to, do you know what I mean? But my whole thing is this. Just pick up Tsimikas. You don't even need to mention Robbo.
I was just going to say.
Just say Tsimikas is playing amazingly well. There's a reason why we bought him rare tear. Because I kind of feel like when you do the whole thing in public of, yeah, he's playing well, but like, you know, Robbo's Robbo, innit? So like, he knows the deal. It's a little bit disingenuous to Tsimikas because Tsimikas has done nothing wrong. He's put in a lot of hard work to get to where he's been. Last year was a bad year for him because he got COVID and he had injuries as well. So he couldn't really get going. He finally gets going. And then not only that, he's showing signs of a left back that has different qualities to Robbo and slightly better in some aspects and can offer us something different. I still think Robbo's a better defender going backwards, like on your toes, because there are times when Tsimikas can be ever so slightly lackadaisical and Robbo's maybe the more athletic and maybe even running with the ball. Robbo's a bit more astute with it, but Tsimikas gives you another dimension because he can cut inside on his right as well. And I think he's slightly more ambidextrous. But I think Tsimikas, for me, has warranted a start. And in my opinion, he should only come out the team unless he has bad games. Because I don't think Robbo's done enough to kind of be like, I'm the number one right back again. Is Robbo the best left back in the world when it's all said and done? Yeah. He is. But he's not playing like it. I think you have to honor Tsimikas and what he's doing. And that's taking nothing away from Robbo either.
Agreed. And I'm sure Jamrock's either going to watch this now or he's watching in the future. But it goes back to what he's been saying, favoritism and lack of rotation. And look, Klopp for me is the best manager in the world, but no manager is without fault. He's showing favoritism. And if he starts Robbo tomorrow, it's not good because it sends a bad message to Tsimikas and it sends a bad message to the rest of the squad, in my opinion, because it says no matter how bad you're playing or how good someone else is playing, I'm still going to go with who I want to go with. And to me, you should be getting played based on merit. It's not like, look, if it was a case of Robbo was playing 6, Tsimikas was playing 6, then you still go with Robbo in it. Or you go with whoever you want. But when one is outperforming the other, and we look better defensively when Tsimikas is playing as well, because he's got 8 clean sheets, I think the proof's in the pudding there. Like Robbo, it's not going to kill him to be out of the team or play when Tsimikas isn't. But You can't just drop Tsimikas when he's in great form and then expect him to come back in and replicate that and have that same motivation all the time. For me, it's not right and it's not fair. Couple of super chats. Bajan Barnes says, "Happy Friday, fellas. Blessings from snowy Toronto. Big up yourselves.
All right, big
4-0
up, man.
and another
Toronto,
Thiago screamer." Yeah, I hate that Thiago goal, boy. Every time I see it just gets better and better and
gravy,
better.
Bro.
John Conway says, "Hi, Matt and Cal. Just ordered some Christmas merch. Hey, big up to yourself.
Oh, hey, big up yourself, John.
Appreciate
Thank
that,
you,
man.
bro.
Hope you love it when you receive it." A couple of people saying Tsimikas can't play 3 games in a week. Again, I disagree. Again, he got taken off early in the last game as well. So we've seen Robbo play 3 games in a week as well. So if Tsimikas can't, if Robbo can, surely Tsimikas should be able to as well.
Agreed.
But again, time will tell. That being said, then Matt, who would you start tomorrow? What would your starting 11 be tomorrow?
Tomorrow will be Trent right back, Tsimikas left back, Virgil van Dijk, and Matip. That would be my back line, obviously.
Cool.
Obviously, Ali in goal. And then midfield, Flacco, Thiago, and Henderson.
Cool.
So I would drop Ox. And that's not because of Ox being bad. Ox is playing very, very well. Very, very well.
Yeah.
But I want to give Thiago even more rhythm after his performance the other day. Obviously, Flacco is Flacco. And Henderson being the captain, I think Henderson needs to step up in this game because I think he's had a couple of mere performances. And I think this is time for him now to kind of put that to bed. And then the front 3 will be the same as usual. It will be Mane, Salah, and Jota. My only thing making that lineup is, do I want to drop Ox in it? Because I think Ox is the one that...
I'm not going to lie. That's the only thing I disagree with in your lineup. Yeah. Everything else, I'm the exact same.
And I hear that.
I would start Ox.
But the thing is, this is how I see it. Flacco obviously starts, yeah? Can we give 2 people rhythm at the same time? But that for me, that's the debate that I'm having. That's Thiago and Ox for me. Because I think Henderson... He's the captain, and I kind of know even if I don't want it, he's gonna start. So I just have to it's one of them ones where it's like you just gotta just accept it. Henderson will start if he's fit. He will start. If not, we will see a Thiago Ox thing. So, if I'm being genuinely honest, if we're going on form, I would go Flacco, Ox, and Thiago. If we're going on form, that's what I would do, I suppose. Thinking of it now, because I think maybe, it's disrespectful to Ox because he's played so well. And I think there's only really, we always talk about merit in it. And that's another thing. Like, I can't contradict myself and say, if it's on merit and then don't play certain players. So, maybe I would go with that. But then someone made a good point. Ayub says, Henderson watched Salah on that right-hand side. It's very true. But then Ox, I feel like he's starting to get some understanding with Salah as well.
Yeah. Here's the thing as well. I'm going to be honest with you. And again, I know people are going to come to me, but I'm prepared for it. And I'm going to keep on saying it. And I've said it for a while now. Thiago and Fabinho, when they're both fit and in form, are the first 2 names on the team sheet for midfield. I'm going to be real with you. That 3rd place is still up for grabs. I love Henderson, but Elliott was doing his thing before he got injured. Jones has had moments this season where he's looked lively. Ox at the moment is looking lively. Naby's had moments where he's looked lively. The 2 constants for me in that midfield, if everyone's fitting on form, is Fabinho and Thiago. Flacco and Thiago, whether it be a double pivot or 4-3-3, look absolutely sensational together.
I agree with that.
It's not a coincidence that at Arsenal game they dominated. It's not a coincidence that Porto game Thiago was just on something else. Like, we're starting to see the Thiago now. And I don't think it's a coincidence because we saw at the back end of last season when Flacco and Thiago were next to each other, teams could not beat us.
But do you know what it is? Because he goes back into his comfortable role of the buying days, the double pivot, him playing alongside maybe Goretzka or whoever it was. Trust me, pivot. This is what I'm saying, bro. So if that's the case, it's Thiago and Flacco. Do you know what then, Cal? It has to be Ox, because you know why I think Ox? Ox gives that dynamism that
breaks the
Henderson
is running.
Yeah, and Henderson's lacking, and Henderson's not in form. So if we're going by form, again, Henderson has to drop out of the team.
And look, I know Oxen. So I know Thiago and Fabinho aren't the most athletic in midfield. I get it. But their reading of the game, they're just footballing IQ and intelligence. And then because you've got Virgil, because you've got Matip behind them who are quick or quick enough to be able to deal with most strikers in world football, I think you can get away with it. And then if you've got Ox in there, Ox is that busy player in the middle of the park, isn't he? He's that busy player who says, yeah, I'll get in and amongst it.
Yeah.
I just think it has to be. That for me, that's the midfield at the moment. And then for me, the only position is that third midfielder. That's the position that for me is up for grabs. Those other two for me are locked down.
If you're going by what we've seen at the back end of last season and the start of this season, I agree with you. And I kind of feel like, as you said, like that should be the basis of where we should start our midfield from. It should always be the third man. Like, who's it going to be? Is it going to be a Henderson? Is it going to be an Ox? Is it going to be a Naby? I think if Fabinho and Thiago are fit, they have to play. They have to. Because as you said, the players around them are athletic enough to cover any deficiencies that they may have in terms of athleticism. Because we're quite an athletic team when you deep it. We actually are. Do you know what I mean? So...
Sam Max Legend says, afternoon, gents. Great preview. Would be angry if Robbo played. Need to be cautious. Saints seem to raise their game. A la City. Strong, dynamic midfield is key tomorrow. I fully agree with that. Shout out Zabiri. Robbo is sick, but I think he's predictable. Simi is fresh and got benefit of some unknown source. I don't care who Klopp is. I don't care who Klopp is in love with. Just win. Agree.
I agree. That's a bit.
I hear
fully
that.
agree.
I hear that.
Yeah.
You know, that's a good point, actually, because maybe we as fans get too enamored with, oh, does Klopp love this person more? Does he love that? When really we shouldn't care. If the team wins, innit?
Yeah. But I think he's also trying to say as well, like, you don't care about the favourites. Don't do the favourites to him. Just play the players that are in form. Do you know what I mean? So
what I will say though, it's going to be very interesting to see how we line up against Leicester after this game. Because as we said, that's a quarter final of a trophy that I think is very, very achievable for us to win. We went reasonably strong in the Champions League. I want to see how strong we go in this competition with Leicester as well. But I don't want to get into that right now because obviously we got matters at hand this weekend first.
Yeah, you got to take
very interesting.
100%. You got to take care of business first. I think the Leicester game will probably see a few changes. It's going to be a bit like the Champions League thing, I reckon. Like there'll be one or two, but nothing crazy. Yeah, I could be wrong though. Be interesting to see.
Indeed. All right then, Matt. Score predictions, then, bro.
I'm very confident going into this game, bro. I can't lie, and I think maybe the game the other day really made me just remember that. Yeah, we got the best player in the world, and he seems like he wants to start eating again. He had a little bit of a drought. I think he's going to score in this, and I think Mane's on form as well. I think Mane's going to score.
Yeah,
I'm going 3-0 Liverpool. 3-0. I think it should be kind of comfortable. I'm going for 3-0.
I'm going 3-0 as well. I can see one of our defenders getting a goal. Don't know why. Just have a feeling.
What, set piece thing? Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's going to be set piece, it's most likely going to be the way they attack the ball. Probably Verge. Probably.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was Matip.
Yeah. No, either or.
But I feel a 3-0. But I don't think we'll get an early goal. I can see us maybe getting a goal towards the end of the first half and then getting two more in the second.
I think we'll get a goal in the first 20 minutes, you know. I think the first 20 minutes we'll get one. And then I think we'll hammer them a bit and then they'll go to half time. And then I think we'll put the game to bed in the second half and get 2 goals.
Yeah. Fair enough. Well, people, all that's left for you guys to do is smash the like button in the comments. Just leave
smash the like, people.
The team you'd like to see start and also score prediction with predicted scorers as well. We are going to be back later on this evening with our normal Rival Watch and Kop-Ish calling show. So that's going to be starting at 7. So make sure you tune in for that. Indeed. And then we'll be back tomorrow for we won't be doing a watch long because obviously it's a 3 o'clock kickoff and syncing up with us is almost impossible when we're doing it remotely, which is a bit annoying because we enjoy doing the watch alongs.
Yeah,
but we will be back straight after the game and we should have a nice little surprise for you in our post-match review as well. So that's one not to be missed tomorrow. Trust me. But no, massive shout out to everyone who's watched. John Conway says Everton versus Liverpool Wednesday night. No, I know. I'm just saying in terms of how we've played the Champions League game, the league game, and how we line up for that Leicester game. But that Everton game's big as well. That is a big game as well.
Massive.
Rafa Benitez, the Pickford situation from last season, the Richarlison situation from last season. Like, are those still in the back of the players' minds? How do we approach the game? Are we going to be emotional? Mario said, Echo said we became the first club in 82 years after 16 games to score 2 or more
after
goals.
16 games. Okay.
But even still, we still played
game?
Chelsea early though. So I don't get where the Echo got that from.
Unless
Unless we talk about since that game.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, because we
since
might
that
play
game, then that makes sense.
Then that kind of makes more sense.
Game.
Yeah. I think maybe it's after that, maybe. So yeah, most likely. Yeah. I think so.
But yes, people, do smash that like button. And until we see you this evening, stay safe, stay blessed with Kopish, and we're out, people. Take care.
Hi guys, by now you'd have seen our merch store and you're familiar with it. But hold on, what's that, Christmas stuff? Oh, hold on a sec. Merry Clopmas, mugs, t-shirts, hoodies for men, women and children. Oh, that's nice. I like that. Oh, look at the detail on that. But wait, hold on. There's more. Jingle. No, not jingle bells. It's Jurgen bells. Look at the Christmas tree and the trophies underneath it. Snapbacks. You know how it is. You've seen the snapback before. Oh, it's a red one. It's a red one as well. Guys, you know what to do. Click the link in the description. Head over to our merch store and get your stuff now. Let's go.